Most vacation hotspots are big cities with the sights, sounds, and flavors that the whole family will enjoy. But what if you want more? What if you want to go off the beaten path and take the road less traveled? That's where Dubuque, Iowa stands alone. No other city in the world has the must-see attractions and the world's greatest alleyways. Cool, right? And it's yet another reason why Dubuque has to be at the top of your bucket list. So let's jump in. Dubuque alleys aren't just a place for off-street parking or where you can set out your garbage and recycling. They're different here, and it doesn't take long to notice. Our alleys are spacious, beautiful, and masterpieces of civil engineering. And like the salons in Paris during the early 1900s, the alleys of Dubuque provide a canvas for artists' magnum opus, masterstrokes, pièces de résistance.
Dubuque alleys are the best in the country, and that's just a fact. It's good to be humble, but these are world-class alleys. That doesn't happen by accident.
Dubuque Alley Allies, a nonprofit dedicated to enriching people's lives through top-notch alleys, was first formed in the early 20th century to fight communism. But over time, its primary focus has shifted to the beautification and promotion of Dubuque's first-rate alleyways.
Dubuque's alleys connect and unite us, even in the hardest-to-reach places. They aren't the backbone of the city, they're more like the intestines. The small intestine, to be precise. Often unappreciated, but very important when it comes to internal traffic flows.
Many are starting to discover, however, that the impact of Dubuque's amazing alleys isn't just physical.
For years, we've known that a person's physical environment impacts their psychological development. And my current research is now showing that this environment includes local alleyways.
In a recent published study, Stellar Alleys, A Cure for Emotional and Psychological Valleys, local psychologist Dr. Linda Grinde highlights her groundbreaking research on Dubuque's alleyways.
The impact on people is irrefutable. The more spacious the alley, the more beautiful the alley, the happier the individual. And of course, the safer the alley, the happier the people are. And Dubuque checks all those boxes.
What's the saying? I wouldn't want to run into that guy in a dark alley at night. Well, you wouldn't have to worry about that here. Come to Dubuque. Our dark alleys are perfectly safe at night. For the most part.
Where it gets really interesting and exciting is when you start to consider the collective psychology of the city, the community psychology, and how that can be directly impacted by sources of civic pride.
12 of our alleys have been deemed 5-star alleys, and 30 of them have the designation of being a blue ribbon alley, which is just remarkable.
Civic pride starts out psychological, but after a while it begins to infiltrate our physical makeup. Look how that person's walking. She's so confident. I bet she's from Dubuque.
This confidence has empowered the city of Dubuque to make an even bolder investment in the future of its alleyways. In 2014, the Green Alley Reconstruction Initiative, Gary, was launched, which will take Dubuque's alleyways to an even higher level.
The city is relentless with its dedication to our alleys. It's reminiscent of Kobe Bryant and his passion for basketball. Or better yet, every alley is a note, and together they create a breathtaking symphony. And the city of Dubuque is Mozart.
Understandably, there are concerns about the psychology of perfection. But when you look at the city's Green Alley Reconstruction Initiative, it's actually a very healthy approach.
The city has identified hundreds of impervious alleys, which just means that the surface doesn't allow stormwater to soak through the alley into the ground. Impervious alleys are usually made of concrete, asphalt, or packed gravel. And when it rains, the surface creates runoff that can exceed the sewer system's storm capacity, which can result in flooding. But the new alleys are made of interlocking concrete pavers, allowing more stormwater to soak through. So far, 80 alleys have been rebuilt. And when it's all finished, the number of revitalized alleys will be 240. Do you know what number Kobe Bryant wore? 24. Not a coincidence.
The city said, look, I'm not perfect. I have imperfections. My outer surface doesn't allow me to process the storm that's raging on the outside. It builds up, increasing the odds of flooding. I need to be vulnerable, permeable. I need to open myself up and let the stormwater sink in. What a great example this sets for the citizens of Dubuque.
This initiative truly is inspiring others as the good people of Dubuque challenge themselves to strive for excellence.
This is just the beginning of my research. My next project is going to focus on whether alleys have an effect on reading scores, type 2 diabetes, and divorce rates, especially among septuagenarians.
The narrow way brings us closer. That's the mission statement of Dubuque Alley Allies. People have become disconnected. They've lost a sense of belonging and community. In this isolation, we can feel alone and without a purpose. But we're not alone. Each of us is an interlocking concrete paver, and a civil engineer has designed it so that when we come together, we can weather any storm.
So when you come to Dubuque, and you're coming now, let's be honest, your family would be really hurt and disappointed if you didn't bring them to Dubuque after all. When you get here, take a quick left or a sharp right and check out our 5-star and blue ribbon alleys and connect with others the way you've never been able to connect with them before. Because this is Dubuque. Turn me over.
That's how I practiced it at home. Well, there were some fun, like, snapping with it. Okay, just wait.
Try it both ways.
Whatever
Do one.
feels natural, yeah.
Look how that person's walking. She's so confident. I bet she's from Dubuque.
I love it.
Understandably, there are concerns about the psychology of affection, of perfection. See, no perfection.
Make sure to purchase your very own copy of the Alleyways of Dubuque Collector's Edition calendar.
What's the saying? I wouldn't want to run into that guy. What is the saying, Ben? Come on. You ever go to Menards and you remember, I don't know, Menards had this ad campaign about simply beautiful concrete block. And that was such a disjoint for me between the words simply beautiful and concrete block. I loved it, but they were running with that ad tagline. They wanted to sell their concrete block.
Do you think it was tongue-in-cheek?
I don't know.
Although maybe people who work with it are like, these are beautiful, right?
Yeah, they could have been beautiful. I didn't actually fairly take a look at the concrete blocks, but.